All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us this morning for our first meeting of 2024. Appreciate you all being here. We've got some really great content, some great news in the world of stats, and some great news on how to disseminate those to your clients. So we're very excited about that. We'll get started with some introductions. We do have, who do I see on the call with us? Our affiliate, Sean Muro, good with Geneva Financial. Good morning. You want to unmute yourself and give us any updates?
Absolutely. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's the good
Good.
word?
Well, I mean, the updates are really no different than end of the year. We're still making progress. Rates are still showing a little bit of easing. We did have a little bit of regression this week. Unfortunately, they're showing that the economy is doing great. So, yeah,
Bummer.
the whole manipulation thing. So, and it's just a listing. So, we're still on track for seeing probably towards the middle to the third quarter rates really drop.
Okay.
The good news is I'm seeing tons of activity, tons of inventory coming on, listings. So the realtors should be seeing I'm getting a lot of activity. So
Yeah.
that's really, really good.
We're absolutely seeing the same thing here. I know lots of our agents are prepping listings to go onto the market.
Yep.
So that's all very good news. And we'll see a little bit more with the stats that we're going to talk about a little later with
Okay, good.
where that's at and where we're expecting it to go. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you always being here for everything that we need as far as lending goes.
Absolutely.
And when it comes to title, Dawn, we've got Dawn Elliott Figueroa with First American Title here with us. What do you have to share with us today?
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I'm in my car on the go, but
That's all good.
I mean, just to add on to what you ladies are saying, definitely seeing a lot more listings. Had a great day yesterday as far as orders, so that was super exciting. So it's just nice to see a lift in business overall. Anything you need, of course, you have the three of us, and a lot of agents are coming in now. They're getting really strategic with their farming. That's what we're seeing a lot of. Everyone coming in. So we really appreciate the support, and we really get excited to know that people are actually focusing and working really hard on the business. A lot of people have dropped out, so the ones that are there, they're working and doing all the things they need to be doing to be extremely successful this next year. So that's great.
Awesome. Sorry, I've got somebody letting me know that they're trying to get in. So let me help him real
Yeah.
quick. Okay. Awesome. Good news. How's everything going with your situation with First American situation? Is that where are you guys at with that? Can you give us an update?
Absolutely. Yes. We are up and running. We are full steam ahead. All of our platforms are back up. If you had some issues with Ignite, you shouldn't have any issues anymore. Everything is up. So we're closing deals, we're opening deals, we're perfect. So no worries there. I also do want to reiterate, I think Catherine spoke about this in the meeting in Palm Springs, but there was no actual breach, so no one would have to worry about any information leaking out. What happened was our security team caught this prior to anyone being able to hack into our system, because they were on high alert with what had happened with Fidelity. They were all
Oh, I can't hear you right now, Dawn. Are you guys hearing her?
Oh no, can you hear me now?
Oh, maybe it's just me. Okay, sorry. If you guys are able to hear, good. Oh, my connection apparently is unstable, so we're all
Oh
set.
no. Um, but yes, I mean, everything's great. And it was our security system that actually shut everything down before hackers could get in. So that's why there was no breach, no, information was leaked. So everyone can rest assured about that. But we are fully back running full steam. So no worries.
Wonderful. Well, that was a very quick turnaround for that. So good job to your tech team.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see if I have, and do I have anybody else we need to introduce? I don't think so. I'm letting Craig Michaels in the meeting now. You able to get in now? There we go. Okay. And so let's go ahead and get into Jeff, do you want to go first or do you want me to do the desert housing report first? It's totally up to you.
Yeah, go ahead and do the report.
Okay, so we're going to go into some stats. Let me share screen with you guys real quick. And we're going to pick this one. I'm going to go through this real quick. I just wanted to share with you a couple things that I thought was interesting in the report. Obviously, you guys know I love this little sales recovery chart that they've added into the front. I don't love where we're at on it, but I love what it shows us. You know, that we were flying high way back here at the beginning of 2021, and this year has obviously been a little bit of an actual speed bump. We thought we were improving, and then it's dropped back down again, nearly to close to the low. I know that this has been a challenge for all of us. It's been a challenge for many people, but you know, we are like Sean said, we're very hopeful for what's coming in the next year. We are already seeing listings increase, which is very exciting. Every day I've got an agent telling me that they're putting 1 or 2 listings on. So for some reason, Craig, I'm trying to admit you, but it's not like it keeps. There you go. You're in. Okay. So, okay, let me close that out. And so let's get into, again, just the stats real quick. Your average detached median price is $659. That's up 3.8% month over month. And then it's up 3% year over year, which I think is interesting just because 3% is historically your average increase that you can expect on real estate year over year is 3%, and that is where we were. So even for what was a rough year, we still had price appreciation, what you would normally expect in a normal market. For the attached numbers, that number is 460,000, and that's up 3.4% year over year. So a little bit more of an increase with the attached units than detached units. Again, we see that happen when there's a housing inventory shortage, because people will go into that attached market where they might not have if a single family home was available. And this is that information broken down by city. It's great for you to use on your listing appointments and even with your buyers when they're looking in a specific city. We're going to get into the 3-month average. 3-month average is 490 units, 22 units more than last year. That is our first increase in over 2 years in a 3-month rolling average. And again, that's the beginning of the good news. For the 12-month average, that number is 606, which is 17% less than last year. The long-term average has flattened out, which they're saying should indicate that the worst is over, that we should begin to either stay flat or continue to start to increase again, which is good news. Again, that first increase that we've had in over 2 years in the 3-month rolling is a really good sign. So inventory, and this is that same information broken out by city. So you can see some of this information is different for some of the different cities and some of the different price points. So you want to be specific with the properties that you're looking at when you're comparing this report. For Valley Housing Inventory, as of 12/1, there were 2,093 units on the market. That is the most in 4 years, but it's still 1,000 less than what we would consider normal housing inventory for the Coachella Valley. That month of sales is up, or is at 3.5%. That's up nearly a month from last year. We were sitting at 2.6 last year, and now we're sitting at 3.5. That months of inventory, again, for what that means for those of you that aren't familiar, it just means that if we didn't have any more listings go on the market starting today, it would take 3.5 months for all of the houses that are on the market to sell. That's what that means. And then our days on market, this is again broken out by price point and by city. Our days on market is sitting at 35. That is 1 day less than last month and last year. That's okay. That's all right. And then the percentage of homes selling over the asking price is 15%. So again, this is where we were sitting in January of 2021, January of 22, and even January of 23. It's pretty close, 15.8. We're down a little bit, but that is the percentage of homes that are getting more than what they're asking for on the MLS. So if you have a buyer or a seller asking, why do we not have multiple offers on this property, and why are we not able to get more than what we put it on the MLS for, wanting to create a bidding war, you can let them know only 15% of the properties are making that happen. So in order for us to be one of those, we need to be in the top 15% of the properties on the market, if that makes sense. condition-wise, because it's one of the only things we are able to control. So that's it. Those are your basic stats for the Coachella Valley, and there's again your descriptions in the back here. If you guys want to go into further detail on this report with me, I'm always happy to do that with you, but just wanted to give you kind of some basic numbers so that you have some stats for the Coachella Valley. Hey, Daniel, I see you on the call with us. Do you guys get anything like this for your area up in the high desert?
No.
Okay. Well, if you ever come across anything like it, I would love to be able to
sure.
see it, and I would love to be able to share it with our guys down here.
Yeah.
I know we pay a lot of money to have this report created at the local associations every month. So
Yeah,
I know
no
it's
worries.
expensive,
I know
but
there's a local title company here, Chicago Title, normally puts something together, not as drastic as this, but just
right.
shows listing pendings. It's just a graph.
Okay.
I
Okay.
haven't been on their email list in a while.
That's okay.
Because I honestly don't use them. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, First American appreciates that.
no worries.
All right, awesome. Okay. So that's it for the stats. Jeff, let's go ahead and go to you. I would love I'll let me set this up so that you can share screen real quick. And okay, there we go. You're all set to share screen. So let's go ahead and get started. And again, guys, what I just want to share with you is that for a long time now, anytime I get one of those emails from another brokerage that says it's got great stats about the Coachella Valley or a specific city, I forward that information over to Jeff and John and Josh and Ben. And I'm like, hey, how do we get this? How are we able to do this? And this new ActivePipe system that we've added on to Moxie Engage has allowed Jeff to put together a couple things that I was like, whoa, wait, you got my attention. I want to know how to do that. So he came into the office the other day and showed it to us. And like I said, I was so impressed with it that I wanted to make sure it got in front of you guys. So Jeff, please kind of go over with us. And I want to just start by saying too, I know this requires that they have at least one appointment with you. And that first appointment is to get some contacts entered, right? Even if it's only 5 people, we just want to get somebody entered to be able to send this to, correct?
Which they're already in Moxie. So if you're already synced, you're good. If not, we can get you set up in just a matter of minutes.
Okay. Okay, got it. Awesome. Okay, well, go ahead. I'm gonna let you take the.
So guys, do you
floor.
see this screen, like the one wiggling? Is that the right screen? Because I've got a
Yes.
couple screens here. It gets a little bit
Yes.
confusing. Cool. So I am going to, 1 second here. All right, guys. So where can you find ActivePipe to begin with? Thanks for the intro about the product, Stephanie. I love ActivePipe, guys. It's super easy to use. And it gives us the ability now to look like a lot of our competitors that have those great branded, monthly, weekly correspondences or outreaches that we see coming across our emails. So once you're logged into the greenhouse, you can find ActivePipe in the MoxieWorks tools. So we'll just log into MoxieWorks. You got to see the new Coachella lineup. Guys, it's right at the top there. You see where we are? Here's all of our Moxie tools: Present, Engage, My Website, Impress, and ActivePipe now. So when you come into ActivePipe, you're going to have your dashboard here. You'll see emails, campaigns, contacts. All of this will make sense once we start creating a couple of products, okay? So the key to this product is having a target or having an audience to actually get this correspondence to, guys. So treating contacts like a piece of gold is it's all about the contacts. After Stephanie saw this product, her biggest thing was, I want to collect emails now, because now we have a way to really create some really good looking pieces, and we want to put this in front of as many people as possible. So let's go ahead and create an email. I want to show you how simple this is. And guys, as far as the contacts, so my MoxieWorks is connected to my Liasco email, my brokerage provided email. So my contacts that are in my contact section of my Liasco email is already in my MoxieWorks. If you use Gmail, which most of you do, if your contacts are in your Gmail contacts, they're already going to be in your MoxieWorks and in your entire arsenal there. I mean, to one of the two places, if you put it directly into Engage or into your email, it's then your contacts are everywhere they need to be for any tool that you would need to use. I didn't realize that I had stopped that. Okay, so here we have a couple of templates that have been pre-created for you to choose from. Now, guys, the branding, the gray, this is still kind of being tweaked a little bit, but the whole operation and ability and tools will all be the same. Nothing will change from that point forward. I mean, going forward, just the overall look may change a little bit. So I'm going to start with a canvas, which is just a blank canvas, because I just want to show you guys what's available and how, and you can use, your own creation to build your marketing pieces. Okay, so here it starts out. This is our pre-formatted, just a blank canvas. Everything that you see on the left here, text, image, text and images, property, insights, all of these are elements that can be pulled into this particular email. Social media, video, smart feed features, which are content, RSS feeds. So I've heard about RSS feeds as long as I've been doing tech, right? Didn't know what it stands for. Really simple syndication. That's what it is. It's really simple syndication. It's a way of finding the content and bringing it into any news or media outlet or communication outlet.
So Jeff, before you go on, I just want to stop you because this is the part that really enticed me to want to listen more. What I like about this is that if you just wanted to send out an email and you just wanted text, it's a really great email. Like it's already set up, a really nice header, a really nice footer. It's got your email signature in it with your picture and everything, and that's great. But what I really like about it is that this can be me sending out information on a listing. This can be me sending out information on multiple listings. This can be sending out the feeds that come from Better Homes and Gardens and Dash Meredith, all of the different topics that they have available. I mean, it's almost countless. But then this is like also, if you want to get more in depth with it, if you put multiple pieces of this together in the right order, this is a newsletter that you're able to just send out to your sphere, and you can create multiple newsletters. Let's say you have 3 different farms and you want to do a different newsletter for each farm. This can all be tweaked and focused so that you can send out the same content but custom to each, not subdivision. I know you mentioned that that wasn't capable yet, but even each city, if you wanted to break out Palm Springs versus Rancho Mirage or versus Palm Desert, you can show all of that. So that's the part that I want you to get into, but I just want to make sure everybody understands, like, this starts out very simple, but this can turn into something super in depth, or it can just remain very, very simple if you want it to, right?
Yeah, I mean, as in depth as every one of these elements that you see over here, you can include every one of these elements in this particular email. I mean, it's a heading. There's your heading, guys. And then it's just standard text from this point forward. Images. You want one image, you can put one image. You want 3 images, you can put 3. If you want 6, you can put 6. And it's as simple as dragging it over.
And you can add, you can add video, right?
Oh, like it's the easiest way
there it is, down
I've
there.
ever seen to actually add video to any type of marketing piece, because you no longer have to worry about the size of the file.
So
You host
I
it
want
at
us to just
YouTube and put it right in.
again stop on this for a second, because for those of you that want to include video in your emails, whether it's a video of yourself, whether it's a video of a property, whatever it is, you upload that video to YouTube and you link it through this, and now it's a not, is it clickable or does it
Oh, no,
automatically play?
no, it's right in the email. You don't have to
So
click
it's
it.
completely embedded. It's not a link. Like sometimes you guys will get the little links that I send to you. That's going to go away. I'm going to start using this when I send out the recordings of the meetings, and you guys will see how much cooler it is when it comes across. So if you have a video of a property or you have a video that you just want to talk about a particular neighborhood, you can embed that into your content and it is seamless. So I think this is one of those things that you're going to need an appointment with Jeff, and he's going to need to sit down and do it with you, and you're going to need to like send yourself an example, even if you're the only one in there, so that you can really understand what the value of this is. Sorry, I keep interrupting, but I just want to make sure they really get
totally
like how this part is so cool, and we pay lots of money through some other systems to be able to do things like this.
So as you can see right now, it's actually loading our videos that I synced our YouTube up to your YouTube or our company YouTube now. So in just a moment, all of the videos will be loading here. But it's just as easy as just copying and pasting the URL of a video, and it'll pull it right into the marketing piece here. So again, each element can be utilized for, simplicity. I mean, it can be the most simple or it can be the most involved and really bring out some great information here.
Well, and
If you take
John made a good comment that he just shared in the chat that we are going to be creating some, I don't want to call them generic because they are going to be custom, but they will be like, if you want to share what we create, you're going to be able to. We'll be able to put those in there so that you can share them.
and then it will
Even
brand
and
it
if you
easily.
get one from me that you like, you can forward it. But at some point, you're going to want it to be you, and you should make it branded to yourself. And again, that's just a simple appointment with Jeff, and he can get all this done for you.
Well, Stephanie, I'm going to take a whole step out of there. When you create an email, you can then share it and then it will brand it to them. So you don't
Right.
even have to, so
Right.
anything that I've created, I can then share it with you. And when you open it up or share it to your sphere, it's going to be all branded to you.
Oh, well, that's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. So again, let's take a look at those market stats that, this is something that we
Yes.
haven't had access to except going through one of the associations is having, market report. So say we're sending this out to our Palm Springs, our Palm Springs sphere, right? So I'm just going to pull over a quick heading here. Let's just enter that. Okay. And then I would have a little bit of text where I would just say, this is what's going on. Probably with and it's easy as selecting your photo. It's this simple.
Oh my
All you have to
gosh.
do is upload your image, grab the image that you want to pull in, and there it is. And then you can write the copy that you choose
So
to.
if you were to create a flyer in Moxie, like I've shown you guys how to do on previous videos, you can, when you download that image, you just upload it into this and it will, or will, because it's in Moxie, or it's not going to pull over automatically, right? Like you're going to
No,
have to upload that.
because it's an image. We have to
Okay.
just that
That's
flyer
easy
or
though.
whatever
That's
to it.
easy.
Totally, totally. So she's mentioned properties earlier.
Do the
So
statistic one, do the stat.
right. So if you want to break up these parts if you're doing an invitation to an open house or what's going on around the valley, there's page elements here that you can actually pull in to create some nice separation between your sections to give you that like almost of a separate page,
Sure.
but one flow. And these are awesome because you can literally just go in and edit this and look and you just change the width of this to your desire. So you can really create some nice gaps or spaces. This button here we were talking about earlier, like if I wanted someone to, call me or for more information or for Coachella web address, all you have to do is grab an address of somewhere that you want this link to take them.
So for Coachella tickets, click here, basically. You could create your
Oh,
own little, add
you're
that
talking
in
about what's
as
going
an
around,
item of
not around the
interest.
exactly. And then a smart feed down here, you could pull in information related to Coachella. It's all just at your fingertips. But we're going to take a look at insights, at statistics. So let's just grab and pull this over. And
This is the
separate.
part that I really think is cool.
I'm going to separate this. Okay, so you see this box that I pulled over? This is your 4 stat boxes here. Let's get rid of this. It's kind of making it look a little busy. Dynamic, if you set this email up to go out every 3 months, every month, every 2 weeks, and this is set up in dynamic, it will pull that current information at that time when it is sent out. So if you set this up as an ongoing, campaign, it'll be live, accurate information every time that it's sent out. If you send it out static, it's going to pull the information for this one time and it won't be updated if you send it out anymore. It has to be dynamic if you want that constant flow of information into it. So
static if you're sending it out once, dynamic if it's a recurring email that you plan to send out. So like if you're doing a newsletter, then you would want dynamic. Okay.
I mean, it's not a bad idea to just set everything in dynamic, because if they go back and look at it, it'll always be current information.
Sure.
So here are our choices of data sets that we have. We have median sale price, average sale price, list versus sold, new listings. So let's pull in the median sales price for Palm Springs. And then you have a couple of options here, like for some reason, if you do have a newsletter set up and that data is not available for some reason or whatever, it would just hide the panel and not leave a blank space there for you. Or you can have it to not send the email or send it with no data available. I just kind of like with no hide, like the hide panel. I've never seen the information not be there though. So the median sale price right now is $615. That was from it's $645, so it's gone down a little bit. Let's now pull in our list versus sold price. Next piece of data, we'll pull in new listings. And then we'll pull in our.
You can do sold listings.
Yeah, sold listings for Palm Springs. So there's all of your data that you can send out in a weekly email if you like, monthly. And it's just that
And again,
simple.
I think for those farms that you're working consistently, because I know so many of us are doing that now, I'm always looking for more content to send to those people. It's really great to be able, in 5 minutes, you saw how quickly we were able to pull together some market stats that you can send out in a really nice format. So, and you can add a ton of other stuff into it, for specifically for, I live in Rancho Mirage, so I would go on to the city of Rancho Mirage's website, or I think there's, Jeff, you showed us how to even pull information from directly from there, that it can just go to the feed. It can just go to their link as well.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I want to keep that info on my page and I want to keep them on my page, but at other times I'm okay with sending them off to other directions, especially when we're talking about the lifestyle pieces, that it's not just when they want to buy or sell a house, right? So we want to be that resource of all of that great information. And this is just so cool to me
So
that you
if
can
I
go
wanted
in
to,
here real
in
quick
addition
and
to
pull
these
these
market
stats.
if in addition, if I just wanted to throw in like my latest listing, I just throw a featured listing in here and look how simple it is to find a listing. You just have to type in, so everything is all linked through MLS and Moxie. So you just type in the email, the address, and it's that simple. There's my listing information.
You guys, like, this is
Yeah.
so great. Whatever it is, whether you just want to do a listing announcement or you want to do more information, it makes it so simple. Let's
Yeah,
just say the
really.
listing was what you wanted to send out. You could also include those stats for Palm Springs just to be able to have some additional info, to have something else to talk about.
Yeah,
I
there's
love
tons.
it.
there's tons of elements here that you can really create some really cool emails. So you can just
So
say, you send out your weekly email that's just you want to show the open houses in the next 7
we
days.
talk about this all the time with you guys needing to do your top 5 for the Coachella Valley when you're sending it out to people that are snowbirds or just not in town, whether they live in LA or they live in, Washington, or whether they live in Maine. You can pull those properties so quickly into this in a format that's really attractive. So again, I'm just very excited about it, and I hope you guys take advantage of it because I really think this can be the difference in you putting out, being able to reach out to your people, 4 or 5 times a year, and then being in contact with them weekly. This really can be that difference.
And
So
you can create content that people will actually look forward to
right.
every
Well,
what's going on next
and
week,
the big thing we want you guys to know is that you're not in this alone. We don't expect you to sit down and figure this out by yourself, although I think you can see from this, it's really simple to do. You're still, we encourage you, set an appointment with me, set an appointment with Jeff. I know it well enough that I can help navigate. I know when to stop and when to ask for help. But I can help you figure out what content you want, what you want that to look like. Jeff can help you to make it perfect. So feel free to reach out to either one of us to get yourself started. And whether it be me or Jeff, either one, just have a conversation with us. I'll be reaching out to you guys and asking if you're doing this, even if you just put in the last people you sold to last year. Let's just start there. Just say the people you closed escrow with last year, let's get their contacts added in. And if you don't have their information, let us know. We can help you with that, because if they're in SkySlope, we can help you get that information. Just reach out to us and let's get you guys started on this, because I think it's just a powerful tool that you're all going to want to be able to know how to use when it comes time.
And guys, please, there's my calendar. It's techtimewithjeff.com. It's that simple. There's 4 choices: Palm Springs, virtual. I guess I should have a Hesperia location option there.
Yeah.
But I'm always available for you, Daniel. I think this would be actually really good for you. I
Yeah.
think you would really like ActivePipe. So
Yeah,
contact
for
me,
sure.
guys. I'll be happy to get you all set up and running. It'll take
All right,
more
I need,
time than you'll have.
yeah, I need that.
Yeah, you'll love it. You really will.
Yeah, especially for
So
any of you guys who are doing any farming, this is an amazing piece to add on to it. And the one job you have with your farm, you're going to get a name, you're going to get an address. You need to collect good phone number, good email address, and how you met them, your contact source. Those are the 3 things that you need to add to your database. So the more emails you can get, and with this, when if you're going, let's say you're door knocking. I know some people aren't into that. I have no problem with it, because I think it is the best way for me to get in front of people and get legitimate information. That and open house can be too, if you're good at earning the right to ask for the information. Your only job is to collect phone numbers and email addresses. And sometimes email address is easier to get than phone number. I think we all know that from doing open houses. People will write their email address sometimes down, but they won't give you their phone number. This just gives you that instant credibility when they start getting this from you on a weekly basis. So if you're
this
interested
thing
in
I just
setting one
started,
up,
they're updating already. So subdivision it's coming. So the subdivision information is now starting to
that's very exciting.
filter in. Yeah. So the
And as
subdivision.
you guys are using this, if you have feedback for us, if there's something it's not doing that you want it to do, let us know, because every week they're making updates and changes to it. And making some, like we just this morning started asking about being able to make some edits to the format of the template. And so we're going to start looking at that. Personally, I like the gray, and our office tends to lean towards the gray a little more than the green sometimes. So I love it, but I know that we need some additional changes to that too. So thank you.
Look
Go
how
ahead,
cool
Jeff.
this was. This actually just gave me the ability to just show my open houses this weekend for Ascena. And there they are. So what great information just to send out to the neighborhood if that's your farm.
And so that's one of the things that we will be doing as a company. We're going to start creating a company open house guide every weekend. I know this weekend we have our open house extravaganza, and I've got a bunch of people that are participating in that. If you are interested in participating and don't have a listing, let me know, because I've got a little handful of listings ready to go that need to be held open this weekend. But this is something we're going to be creating as a company that we'll start sending out, and you guys can share it, but you can also create your own if you wanted to, for a specific area or city or even subdivision. Now that's so exciting, because just last week we weren't able to do that.
Yeah, that's really, and yeah, that's really
Very
that's really
cool.
awesome.
Well, Jeff,
Guys, please, I'm here if you need anything.
thank you so much for sharing this all with us, and for, let's see, yeah,
Absolutely.
for letting us,
Absolutely.
for giving us a little insight into it. I'm gonna, how do I stop you from sharing screen?
I can stop it.
Yeah, go ahead and stop it because I want to put it back on everybody. I know we don't have a lot of people showing their faces here, but I did want to give just an opportunity. If I know John mentioned to me that he was in the middle of something, but is on the meeting with us, and wanted me to share with you guys that he is here every Friday with me for the most part. Not every single Friday, but most Fridays he's here. If you guys ever want, if anybody from this office ever wants to meet with him, please feel free. Just make an appointment with me or with John directly. We can do it in the office, or we can grab lunch if you guys ever want to sit and do any business planning. And I think that's it. Does anybody have any wants or needs? Anybody have any upcoming listings they want to share? All right, I will share. I've got one coming up in Palm Springs, on the north end. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, with a garage. It's in Chino Canyon, so that'll be coming up in the next week or so. We're not exactly sure on the price yet, but there's a listing that just came up next to us a little bit ago, so I'm going to check on the pricing on that, but it'll be somewhere between 7 and 8. So if you've got anybody for it, definitely let me know. Anybody else have any listings coming up or any buyer needs they want to share? All right, I'm going to let you guys go a little early today. I'll give you 20 minutes of your life back. As always, I'm here all day and the rest of the week. If there's anything I can do to help, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here and we're happy to help. Thank you again, Jeff, for sharing that information. We
Certainly,
really
guys.
appreciate it. All right. Bye, guys.